Kathy, how are you? Hi Kevin, how are you? Taking a break from saving the world for like 5 seconds? Yeah, that's about right. Hi Robert, how are you? Hi Raymond, how are you? Thank you, Kevin. You know, even superheroes gotta rest, right? And listen to some music. Hi. It's good to see you as always. Did you guys have a good day, everybody? Good. Good. Self-care is everything right now, right? The music menu today is originals, my dear. What's up, Niato? What's up, girl? You had a great day. I love it. I love it. Me too. Hi, Belinda. What's up, Niata? With my 3 purple hearts. So yesterday, you know, we did originals, and today we're gonna do some more because I didn't get to most of them. Hi, Amanda. How are you? You good? Did you have a good day, girl? It's always good to see you. What time is it? Are we on time? Oh, it's not even 5 yet. I know. You know me, I'm always anxious to get here and be here with y'all. Yes. Every day is a gift. You are telling the truth. Every breath is a gift. Every easy breath is a gift. It's all good, right? Yeah, I'm so happy to be here and thank you for joining me. It's always a pleasure to see you, talk to you, sing to you, hopefully make you feel a little bit better, a little bit lighter. Yes, the human Quaalude, here and ready for duty. Yeah, I talked to my friend Jackie. She used to be my boss, and she was the one who called me that. I used to work with autistic kids, and hi Barry. And I walked in, and you know, we did our little, like, I didn't really interview. I was subbing for Nick Casarino, and I was like, oh, I want this job. And so I went and played for the kids, and they were all like, Steve Brown, what's up, my heart? And so she was like, oh my God, you're like a human Quaalude. Thanks, Steve. Hi, Connie, what's up, baby? How you doing, girl? Girl, you gotta write me and tell me what you're doing, because you know, I need to know. I'm nosy. Connie was one of my students at Interlochen. She's this brilliant, beautiful, beautiful girl. I haven't seen you in God knows how long. I'm sure you're all grown up now and stuff. Right, haven't we all grown? Hi, Chris. How you doing? You good? What's up, Nicole? How you doing? Did you have a good day? Y'all ready to sing? I hope so. Here we go. I promised that I never would leave you. It's funny how the seasons change, and the more that I try to forget you, it's funny how things stay the same without a rhyme or reason. When I look into your eyes, I know that I found forever. No hiding, no disguises. Reunion of souls, of mind, of space. Yes, please. Over time, every place I look and I see your smile, your face. Everywhere, constant reminder of everything I wanna be, who I am and how with you I can be free. I can be free. In a place before now, reunion. In a time before here, we were called to this place, and I'm glad to be standing here. Sometimes the truth can be painful, but a leap of spread your wings and just let the winds of change blow free and believe they will hold you if you dare to close your eyes and soar free, soar free. It's time to get free. What's up, John Gibson? How are you doing in Japan? It's always good to see your face. All the babies with you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Free, free, free. Mike Johnson's free, free, free. Is your soul free? Free, break a chain, as David Pilgrim would say. Free, is your soul free? Free, are you singing and smiling? Yes, tell me you are. I love it when you're smiling at me. I can feel it, and my soul is free. Free, free, I'm free, 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 my soul is free, free, my soul is free, free, my soul is free. My soul is free. Is your soul free like me? Free, singing in harmony. I love it. Welcome. Welcome to my living room. Happy to see you. You know, we're here every day, and yeah, it's good for me. Hopefully it's good for you. All right. So back in the day, right, I had this, magnificent life in New York, and I was a working musician full time, and, it was just me in a nice apartment with, a white bathroom and white carpets and, yeah, white stuff. And now, hi Alexa. Now my brother lives here with me and his children, my nieces, and I can't keep anything even halfway clean. And so, I wrote this particular song after going out on the perfect date with the perfect guy, right? Perfect for somebody else. Yes. He was that dreaded monster, the morning person, right? And at that time, I was up until like 3, 4 o'clock, and then I would sleep and, get up and do my thing, and he was in bed by 8 o'clock. He didn't see a single one of my gigs ever. Hi, Terry, because he was always in bed. Yeah, that part. And then he would call me at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be like, son, I've been in the bed for 2 hours. Like, what? Whew. Anyway, so this is called Normal. And it's all the things I used to mock, and now I'm living them. Sitting across the table, looking at you, longing for normal. 2 kids, a house, a backyard, flowers in the spring. Never worried about a thing. Will the baby keep us up at midnight? Or will 3 be her hour once again? Will the school bus run on time in the morning time? Will I have to pick my babies up again? That's not normal. I'm staring at the clock on the wall again. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I'll be sleeping all alone again. It's just the boys and me, starring in a late night fantasy. But lately I've had other dreams involving other me's, and that's my normal. That's not normal. That's not normal. Not normal for me. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my fight. This is who I am. This is where I stand, here at my command. And this is normal for me. If I could change my life, it seems to me I wanna be your wife. But as it is, I'm free of you and your civilian tendencies. I go to bed with you, oh, make love and sleep a while, but then the boys would call me and I'd have to go, but only to the other room where I'd play all night, sleep all day, and that was normal. Oh Lord, I gotta be normal, but normal for me. Sitting across the table, looking at you, and longing for normal. Normal. Yes, once long ago. What's up, Emmett? How are you, darling? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, so that was my old life. And it was beautiful, and I loved it. And you know what? I have a new life, and it is also beautiful. And I love it. Normal is the tyranny of the annoying. Yes, yes, of course. Yeah, seriously. It's, you know, I think as artists we walk this bridge between normal and civilian and magical, right? And I think it's about figuring out where you are on that bridge to find your happiness. Because if you're not getting what you need, then nobody's happy, right? Nobody's happy. Like, nobody's happy. When you're getting what you need, everybody's happy, right? I'm happy. Oh my God, for those of you who sent me pictures of myself yesterday while I was playing, I don't even, you know, it's funny, like I don't even remember when I felt that, hi Morris Wilson, I don't even remember when I felt that happy. Like I guess you know, it's funny, I don't look at myself, so I don't realize that I'm that happy, but there's just something about being able to play again every day that just really brings me the joy. And you know, I love sitting and playing by myself, because that, you know, that's one of the things about being a musician. You spend so much time by yourself, but it's nice to know that there are people out there and that they are enjoying themselves, hopefully. Right? All right, let's see. So, all right. Oh, you know what? So there were so many things I didn't get to yesterday, right? And you know, I start to realize, I'm like, wow, I might have written a few tunes here, you know? Yeah. So this is one of those old tunes that I wrote back in college. And I don't know if there are any writers in the house. I don't know if this happens to you, but sometimes somebody was asking me about my process. Kathy was asking me about my process. Generally, my process is the song will just take hold of me and it comes through and I have to be there and I write it all down. That's how it works, right? You know, and I can sit all day and I can wait, and they don't come until they're ready, right? And they come pretty much fully formed, almost as if somebody else has written them. Hi Dee, what's up, girl? And so that's just what it is. A couple of times I've had to really like sit and think and you know, really make it happen. But the stories are sort of there. And so that whole thing in and of itself is, for me, just sort of a magical process. And I'm really, yeah, Kathy, that's pretty much what happens. But it's funny because sometimes these songs will come through, and like Merman, like there's a line in Merman that I never really understood, right? Until really recently, and I was like, oh God, that's what that means. And it's so it's like art imitating life, imitating art, or life, or however that works. But it's funny, and this song I wrote when I was in college at Howard, which is crazy, and I wrote it about this really interesting, this love triangle that one of my bandmates was in. Wait, is it only a triangle if everybody knows? Anyway, so I wrote the song, and then, you know, you later find yourself in the predicament. You're like, maybe this is about me. Kind of like Chariot, you know, there's a big shift with that one too. So anyway, all right, so this is called Forbidden Fruit. I want you for me, but for me you're forbidden fruit. It seems so sweet to eat, is always out of reach to me. Oh, what's forbidden always seems to be the sweetest berry, and I'm around before that keeps your heart away from me. Stands to reason I could easily lose my mind, along with other things I never want to find inside of you, inside your heart, your mind, your soul. You make me crazy, boy, you drive me wild. Woman outside, but my mind is still a child, running rampant in the candy store of life. That's why I'm telling you, I want you for me, but for me you're forbidden fruit. Seems so sweet to eat, is always out of reach to me. Oh, what's forbidden always seems to be the sweetest berry, and I'm around before that keeps your heart away from me. When I think I'm fine, that I could walk away, look into your eyes, temptation's not so far away, but I can't stop what's happening. You're an instant high, comes down, scares me so. I could walk away, I don't know where I'd go, but I really can't go anywhere without you, 'cause you're still on my mind. I want you for me, but for me you're forbidden reach to me. Oh, what's forbidden always seems to be the sweetest berry, and around before that keeps your heart away from me. I want to see you all the time. I want to hold you, not just in my mind. When I think of you, when I think of you, obsession comes to mind, and escape has become impossible to find. I want you for me, forbidden fruit that keeps your heart away from me. Oh, forbidden fruit, so sweet to eat, but always out of forbidden fruit that keeps your heart. Nothing in this world can take your heart away from forbidden fruit. So yeah, so that part. Hi Lauren, how are you? Hey girl. Girl, I had to get rid of somebody so that I could add you. Really, I was at my limit again. Like, I don't even know how this happens. And I'm wondering if it's like, you know, more than, you know, because sometimes you have two people, you know, or two accounts, like these fake accounts. I don't know what that is. Anyway, I'm glad to see you. So, that was Forbidden Fruit. And I wrote that one on piano, ironically, because this next one, the one, I wrote on guitar. And I've found that I like playing it the opposite instrument. I'm gonna stop talking. The night was meant for rest and sleep. For leaves that softly sigh. It was not meant for silent tears. So why then do I cry? So why then do I cry? Here on the edge of night, I remember red and gold, orange and purple, and the fading lights in your eyes. So sure your depths I'd swim for lifetimes, in your shallows I'd wait for hours, in your shallows I'd wait for hours. If you would ask me, I'd still be there, but you love me enough to let me go and find my way on my own. But if I had turned and seen you crying, would my own tears have been the same? Would my own tears have been in vain? Would this ocean of tears have been in vain? Ooh. Will we ever meet again beside this water? Were we destined for some other distant shore? Did we walk this life before as father-daughter, as mother and son? Were you always the one? Was I the one for you? Hey Jason, what's up Queen? Here contemplating this great ocean, as I stand upon this cliff, I scream your name to the sky. On my way down, I hear your answer as the sea comes to take me home. As I swim back to shore alone, laughing at myself and the great unknown, drying in the sun of a new day. father, daughter, as mother and son. Were you only just the one? Only the one? Was I the one for you? Oh, tonight I'm just doing originals. So yes, I normally do Neil Young, and I probably will tomorrow night. But yeah, tonight's just. But you know what? You know what? Okay, here we go. Cause I love this. I wanna live. I wanna give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. What's up, Tommy? It's such a fine line. It's been in my mind. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Yeah, just kiss. Hey, Kimmy. Yes, girl, I am good. I am good. I'm good. Hi, Penny. It's good to see you all. How you doing, Jason? You good? It's always good to see you. Time after time. I open up my door, you're standing there. Everything we've been through, you still care. Time after time. Day after day, night after night, wanting to know you. Whether it's wrong, whether it's right, I've got to know. You're the only one that takes me there. All consumed, and I see your face everywhere. Time after time. Winter may come, I'll brave the storm. When my heart grows cold, I know you'll keep it warm. I used to run away. This time I'll run inside, and not a moment too soon. Trees and the blue skies, on my knees when the wind sighs, in the arms of the man I love. I can feel how your wind blows late at night when I'm all alone, writing the songs that make me sing. Sometimes make me cry. Ooh. Time after time after time. Time after time after time. that's another one of those oldies that I never do anymore. It's funny, like I used to only write on piano, and then I got the guitar. And hi, Makua, how are you? It's good to see you. So, yeah. Let's see, what else can I do for you? How about some Chariot? Yeah, we ready for Chariot? Are we ever really ready for Chariot? So, when did I write that one? Did we do that? We did it with Hugh. So I would say somewhere, God, wow, it's crazy. Probably 20 years ago. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Yeah, and some of these songs I have not done in a really, really long time. So, you know, anyway, so, you know, I don't always tell the story, but hang on, let you get some Kleenex. Yeah, girl, here we go. So this next, Steve Brown. So this next song is called Chariot, and so Fiskites, our friend Kevin Alexander, right? He married this really wonderful woman. I played at their wedding. Just this amazing light worker, right? Anyway, she got really, really sick, and she got this really, really aggressive, she had this really aggressive form of MS, right? And so it took her down really, really quickly. And I went to see her, and she was having tremors like 24 hours a day. And I said, well, girl, I said, are you ready to go? Like, what's up? Are you ready to go? She's like, I'm ready to go, but I have a 10-year-old son. And so I thought, well, what would I say? What would I say to my 10-year-old if I knew that I wasn't going to be here next week or the week after? And so this whole thing, you know, I was a Jubilee singer, so there's always this Chariot reference. I'm gonna ride the chariot in the morning, Lord. I'm gonna ride the chariot or swing low, sweet chariot. And then, of course, later, you know, come on down, sweet chariot style, and let me ride, right? So all of that. Yeah, it's a terrible, terrible, terrible disease. Anyway, so I had been playing guitar all of about, I don't know, 2 weeks. So I heard this in my head. I heard it, and I couldn't play it yet, but I heard it, and I had just the one line. Wow, y'all, that's crazy. So I had this line, chariot's coming to take me away. And that's all I had for weeks. And so normally, you know, songs come, they all come in one piece, and it's all, this one just haunted me for weeks and weeks, and I finally, I was like, okay, oh, you know what? And then I could hear the wheels, and so that figure, this figure, was the wheels turning, right? And seeing it in the distance, right? Ooh. Chariot's coming to take me away, one glad morning to take me away, far away from here, with two horses leading into the eye. My soul is bleeding, the pain won't subside. Baby, I'll miss you more than you'll ever know it. Baby, I love you more than I ever showed. If you see me and I'm crying, I'll wipe away your tears and know I'll be waiting for you at the end of your years. My body's so heavy, it anchors my soul. My body betrays me, I'm losing control, I'm losing far away. The sun's always shining and the moon's full low. Your father's calling and I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go far away, far away. Baby, I'll miss you more than you'll ever know, and baby, I love you more than I ever showed. If you see me and I'm crying, I'll wipe away your tears and know I'll be waiting for you at the end of your time. Flies like thread through my needle, unsteady and slow. When you're ready to go, I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home. Ooh, ooh, ooh. My spirit is floating over the bed. Remember, my darling, the things that I've said and far away. 'Cause I'll never leave you, I'm here by your side. Don't let life betray you, just swallow your pride and far away. Mama's never far away. Baby, I'll miss you more than you ever know, and baby, I love you more than I'll ever show if you see me and I'm crying, I'll wipe away your tears and know I'll be waiting for you at the end of your chariot's coming, the chariot's coming, the chariot's coming. So anyway, so she passed away, right? And I gave that song to Kevin, and yeah, so you know, it was a while, and then I heard that he was dating somebody, and then I found out that it was this woman that I went to Howard with, who I adore. She's one of the most beautiful, beautiful human beings, and so they got married a couple years ago, and you know, I mean, it's just like this full circle thing. But so when my mother passed, you know, both of my parents didn't want any services or anything, so it made it really hard. And I told my mom, I said, well, you know, if you mess around and die, then lady, I'm throwing a party. And she was like, you will not throw a party in my home. I was like, oh, yes, I will. Who's gonna stop me? She's like, and I was like, oh, wait, yeah, still scared. Okay, but it got to a point where I felt like we needed it, so we did it. We had this party, and my girl Nietza came out here, and she was like, hey, can you play chariot? And I was like, sure I can. Y'all, I got about halfway through. Remember I was talking to you about, like, you know, how songs change meanings, and you write something and it doesn't, I mean, for me, I don't know how this works for other people, but emotionally I'll write something and it doesn't quite click, and then all of a sudden it clicked, like right in the middle of the song, and I was like, oh shit, that song is about my mother and our relationship, and you know, because it's really, I mean, it's sort of a joyful and hopeful song about the other side. Of course you grieve and you're sad, but just knowing it as a mother saying that to your child, yeah, I'll check you on the other side. I'm here, and I'm always here, and I'll always be here, right? So, girl, right. For those of you who know my mother, you know, all 5'1" of her, yeah, I mean, she's like, you know, 5'1", 116 pounds, and not scared of anything, right? I mean, she says, hey, I'm so scared of stuff. And I should have known, like, you know, my brother had called me, and he was like, yo, you know, your mom took down a rattlesnake today. And I was like, so I said, Mom, what happened? Well, I was out gardening, and he got just a little bit too close, so I just bashed his little head in. Tommy, you know my mother, right? Yes. And then she called my brother, Marin, yeah, you need to, you know, he was dead as a doornail, Tommy, dead, right? So Marin, you know, she calls Marin, she's like, Marin, you need to come over here and get this snake. You need to come over here and clean this up. So Marin calls me, he's like, I'm on the way to the house. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, Mom took a snake down. Listen, that little woman was not afraid of anything. And she would tell you, and it's crazy because that didn't dawn on me either until I got older. I was like, she ain't scared. Like, she ain't scared. Not, right. She's like, yeah, you know, your father and I, we're from Mississippi, right? We ain't scared. Right. It's exactly, Tommy. You know the deal. Yes. Robert, Kathy, Kimmy, y'all know my mother. Mary, Michelle, y'all know my mother, right? Not for play. Not. She didn't even have a sense of humor until we got good and grown. Seriously, like, and then she was hella funny. Like, she would say stuff that was so unbelievably hilarious and inappropriate that I would just be like, oh my God. Like, it was, yes, her very prim, you know. Yeah. So anyway, so that song has really, it's gone through a number of things. And when, you know, when my father was sick, I wasn't able to play it then either. I was in North Carolina with Sean, and we were on stage, and she was like, oh, can you do Cherry? And I was like, sure. And I got about halfway through, and I was like, no, I cannot. So I think I'm finally, oh, what part of Mississippi? My daddy is from Greenville, and my mom is from Jackson. Yeah, that part. So yes, Terry, you knew my mom too. All y'all know my mom. I don't know if Karen's here today, but you know, Karen's mom and my mom used to compete to see who could be the strictest. I'm gonna say strictest. Yes. Mo Beasley knows. And then, oh my God, yo, when she met Mo Beasley, she was like, oh, Mo Beasley, I just adore you. I just love it. And I'm like, woman, you did not call me for a year because of this dude right here. Yes, but he's delightful. And at the time, I thought y'all were doing, you know, and I was like, oh, I forgot. I left out that part. She was like, two unmarried people living under the same roof. That is just, what sort of, I can't believe that I have raised a person that would do that sort of thing. I was like, Jesus, Mom, he's just paying rent. Come on. Like, we are, listen, Mo Beasley and I, yes, Mo Beasley and I know where all of each other's bodies are buried. Therefore, we have to remain friends eternally. There is no getting out of the circle of trust, ring of fire, whatever the hell you want to call it. We are stuck in that for life. Yes. Yes, but she said he was delightful, girl. After all that she put me through. Oh, he is just delightful. He's just why aren't you all involved? Seriously? Cohabitating. Yes, that is the word. Oh, wait. Look. Can y'all see this? Wait, I'm gonna hold it up. Oh my God, a co-ed dorm. What are you thinking? It says starfish and coffee. Thanks, Deirdre Bethel. Thank you. Thank you, girl. Listen, my mother was a force, right? And I used to be like, I don't know how she does it. And you know, she kept the house clean. She worked a full-time job. She cooked every day. She got my brother and I to all of our... Oh, it's backwards? Oh my God, I'm sorry. It says starfish and coffee, maple syrup and jam. Anyway. Shut up, Karen. You were not... Yes, well, that's, you know, I got called that word a couple times too, and I was like, seriously? Like, I grew up here. Like, I'm not... Okay, I've done some things. Like, I sang some songs last night, so y'all know I've done some things. Like, I have lived in this life, right? I have lived in this life. This life has been lived in. Like, I will get to the end and be like, there's not another second left of this life, right? And that's how I want to be. She was awesome. And, you know, like, she wasn't... I know, Karen, I'm like, I didn't know what I was heading to, but yeah, you know, you're kind of right. Yeah, you know, but you become your mother's. Like today, the middle one was in the guest bathroom, and I was like, what are you doing? I'm not cleaning up in there after you too. They think I'm Hazel. I swear to God, they think I am a combination of Hazel, Alice, and whoever else is cleaning house. Really. They think that is my job, to cook for them and clean up the house and take them places. And they think it's endless, right? And I say things to them that my mother used to say to me, and it startles me. I'm like, who have I become? What is happening right now? Don't they have chores? Yes, they have chores, but you know what? Not as much as they should, probably. Yeah, oh, listen, no, she was not fakey fake at all. And, you know, don't get it twisted and think that she was nice. Like, she was very, you know, very genteel, very lovely, right? But I did, Karen. But listen, my mother would take you down. And so our next door neighbor used to manage one of the department stores in town. He was like the general manager. And my mother would go and, you know, somebody would not wait on her because she was black or whatever, and she'd be like, she would pick up the phone. This woman would reach over the counter and pick up the phone and be like, yes, I'd like to speak to Jim Saville, please. Jim. Yeah, I'm on the floor over in household goods, and yeah, okay, I'll be right here. And Miranda and I would be like, here she goes. And she'd be like, this young woman here, I was clearly, yes, she knew the one in Harrison. She knew them in all. She knew all of the managers. And Miranda and I were very clear. We knew this. If we went shopping for her and somebody stepped out of line, they were going to get it, right? Now, you know, this woman rolled out of Mississippi in like 60. So... yeah, that part. So we'd be like, oh God, here it goes. And you know, and I, like, you're a kid and you're like, Mom, like, she's not doing that on purpose. Like, and I'd be like, come on, don't be stupid, you know? And she's like, oh no, she took somebody ahead of me. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, now, not so mortified because I am the same person. I am that person now. Like, and I don't even know when it happened. Like, it just, you know, and I'm like, wait, are you being ugly to someone else? Wait, what? Yeah. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my mother and my dad. Yes. And my dad was very, very easygoing and very, very calm. My mother was not. My mother, you know, my mother would take you down. Like, she'd play, and, you know, and my friends, y'all who are on here who were at Holy Rosary with me, you know that when my mother would drive up, what would y'all do? Scatter. 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 My mother's car would turn that corner. the big Cadillac car, that big green. We had a green Lincoln with suicide doors, which I almost knocked one of the doors off going through a drive-through with my dumb brother because he said I could do it. That's a whole other story. Anyway, but yeah, she would turn that corner and my friends would be like, okay, gotta go, bye-bye. Gone. I loved that car too, Robert. That car was everything, and we had it for the longest time. I know, it was huge. It was just wrong. It had an 8-track player in it and everything, and you know, yeah, all that. Anyway, so, okay, I got distracted as usual. Anyway, all right, I know I did this one last night, but I'm gonna do it again, because I want to. And y'all don't get mad. But anyway. Yeah, man. If you had a great mother, you were lucky. Great dad, lucky. I had both. That car. Kimmy, remember? Oh my God. And I remember your car. That orange Volvo. Remember when the hills were on fire? And we were driving up here trying to get me to my dad? Oh my Lord Jesus. Woo, what a day. What a day. Right, our mothers did have to be tough. And they were, man. They showed up. Yes, yes. All about that. They made us who we are, right? And even though we fought about me being a musician, I finally figured it out. She just wanted the best for me, right? And she knew this would be a hard life. And it has been, but you know what? It's also been so great. I've gotten to see the world, meet all of y'all, play music, right? The panorama fire, that's right. The hill was on fire the other night. Some dumbass. These people have been using illegal fireworks. I'm like, what are y'all doing? It's dry as a bone up here. I mean, it's just crazy. Anyway. Mine is a lonesome road and I walk it all alone, but I'm not afraid. Your voice is everywhere in the eyes of a newborn child. In the river that runs so wild, through this crazy heart of mine. You're my everything, every song I sing, every word I write, my all in all. I know you're by my side, you're in front of me, you are my guide, and you carry me when I am feeling small. Say walk away I would, you say learn my lessons good, and only time will tell. You're my everything, every song I sing, every word I write, my all in all. Hey Jeannie Lee, if I could find the words to say that I love you with, I could find the words to say that I can hear your voice all around me, and I can feel your presence. You're everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. And to be to say that I love you with, I could find the words to say that I care. I can hear your voice all around me, and I can feel your presence. It's everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. On this lonesome road that I'm walking all alone, so you say to me, he's the one to love, and I'll love until my days are done. Through the difficult and all the fun, through the laughter and all of my tears. You're my everything, every song I sing, every word I write, every dark and sleepless night, the fullness of the moon. making love at noon, driving up the coast and listening to the music that I love the most. The sacred morning rain, joy after the pain, knowing you're my everything, my all in all. You are my all, you're my all in all. You are my all, you're my all in all. Yeah. What's up, Kyle? How you doing? Kyle is another one of my magnificent, beautiful, amazing students from Interlaken. Good to see you, girl. How are you? Connie was on earlier. I don't know if she's still here, if she went away, what happened, but anyway. Jeannie Lee, what's up? How you doing, mama? All right, what time is it? Oh my God, it's 5:55. I can't, you know, I don't, these last 2 nights have been so quick, like seriously. Anyway, yeah, so I still have like 5 million songs left to do, but I'm gonna do these last 2. I think somebody had asked for rain last night, right? So much better with vocals. Okay, so here's the deal. You guys have to buy my music, right? So you can learn the songs. So you can sing along, right? So I'm not singing by myself. Yes. Oh, right, because somebody forgot last night to post. Hey, Janet. Here we go. So this is just to let you know, right? It's not over. And it only gets better. Yeah. Late last night, I know I should have been sleeping, but your voice returned me to another season. Youth is wasted on the young, wisdom's wasted on a heart that just won't function, walking wounded in the sun of 1,000 rainy days gone by. Still I'm not dry, so let it rain. Thunder and lightning rolling from the skies. I am not afraid of a little water, not afraid of you and I'm on a list, checked it twice. Baby, you are everything on it. Who knew that you would show up so nice? Yes, I can. Leaving me frustrated and haunted, with your voice ringing in my ears. Come and play with me as if there's no tomorrow. There is only this roof, moon and stars, 2 guitars and a little piano. So let it rain, thunder and lightning rolling from the skies. Rain, I am not afraid of a little water, and I'm not afraid of you and I am falling like the raindrops through a wide and open sky, through clouds so heavy laden they can't help but cry. Ooh. Soul to soul, heart to heart, your belly to my back. Where we've gone, there can be no turning back. 'Cause you remind this winding road called life. So baptize me again and let it rain. Thunder and lightning falling from the sky. Rain. I am not afraid of a little water. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to let it rain. To let it rain. To let it. To let it rain. All right, so y'all got time for a story? I can tell you the story of this song, right? So, I know all my stories start this way, right? So I met a guy. And, okay, so I was in one of those times when I hadn't really played much piano. I was at Joe's Pub and I was just playing, and I was just playing my heart out, and I was, in sound check, right before sound check. And this, little boy walks up to me, and he was like, "That is so beautiful." And I was like, "Okay, thank you, little boy, go. Leave me." Yeah. And he didn't see, it wasn't little boy. He wasn't really a little boy. I was like, "Dude, I'm trying to play here. Like, go away." So then, I went back in the dressing room, and I hear this extraordinary guitar playing. Like, it was so extraordinary and so heartfelt. It was almost like, like in the cartoons when the smoke is going like this. And I was like, yeah. And I walk in and I see him, and he's playing, and he looks up and he goes, "What lifetime you think this is for us?" Excuse me, what, sir? Yeah, what lifetime you think this is for us? Yeah, and I was like, he said, "So listen, what are you doing on Tuesday?" And I was like, "What are you doing Tuesday?" He's like, "Well, I'm free Tuesday." And I was like, "Well, I'm free." So I said, "Why don't you come over? I'll make some dinner." And no, Kathy, not that at all. You would think, no. And we talked about this later. He was like, "I can't believe I said that shit to," he said, "I've never said that shit to anybody." I was like, "I know." I said, "I know, because that was just some other shit." Anyway, so he came over, and we were all nervous, and dinner and stuff, and eating, and it was like we just couldn't finish eating quickly enough to just go out on the roof. So we're out on the roof with our guitars singing, and y'all know that I have a pretty extensive library of songs in my brain. Well, I would say he probably has equal what I have, equal. And we sat out there on that roof and we played every song till the sun started coming up. And then, yeah, so it was just this really magic moment. And then he was like, "Yo, listen." So both of his parents were musicians too. He's from a musical family. And he was like, "Yo, my parents are in town. I want you to meet my parents." And I was like, "Yes." So I go, same kind of thing. Like, we're all fidgety. But then I'm looking at his mom, right? And I'm like, y'all, his mom is like 2 years older than I am. I had no idea how old he was, right? So, we're like hanging out. The parents are great. We were having the best time. We're all singing together. His brother's there. He's singing too. I'm like, oh my God, these are my people. This is so great. So then, we go to this little spot called Sugar later. And he's like, yeah, how old are you? And I was like, oh, He goes, "No, that's not possible." I said, "Oh, it is." He said, "Well, I'm 25. I was like, "Excuse me?" I knew he was younger than I am. He was 25. Actually, no. He was not 25. He was 23. Right? He was 23. Yeah. The reason I know he was 23 is because we had to rent a car later that year, and he was not 25, so yeah. Anyway, when I tell you, well, you know, for a while, it was all about the 27-year-olds, like that. And you know, Merman is that. It's kind of funny. I mean, when I first wrote Merman, you know, they were definitely young, right? But as I got to be older, like I sing it now, and it's still the truth. Like I'm like, how are you 27? And you know, what are you? I'm old enough to be your mama. Your mama. 3 years younger than your mama. Literally. No regrets, exactly. But his mama was like, yo. She was like, you saved his life, and thank you. You know. So, yeah. You know, but anyway. All right. I wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? This is not how I was planning to. This is not how I was planning to end, actually. Okay, no, Tom, no, that's too young. Back then, that was way too young. Like he's 30-something now, like 35, I think. Yeah. Anyway. So anyway, he came out a couple years ago. You know, now that we're both grown, and it's you know, it's always so random. It's like these really random. Shut up, go away. Why? Because I talk too much. Anyway, we wound up in Santa Monica on the beach because that's where he was staying and playing. So I just rolled up. You're correct, Raymond. Good job, Raymond. Yes. Anyway, how many lifetimes is this that we've been together? Well, the very first words from your lips to my ears. Forever, forever, my dear. We spent some time together. We spent some lifetimes apart. You can't control a fire that burns down your heart and everything around it. Forever, forever, my dear. My soul longs for your touch in the morning, in the morning. And my skin longs for your touch in the dead of night, until the morning light comes. I'm telling all y'all my personal business. Robert Daly, that's hilarious. Good chew. The morning sun comes stealing across the beach at sunrise. On every wave your voice comes, calling me near. Come and stay forever, 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 my dear. My soul longs for your touch in the morning, in the morning. And my skin longs for your touch in the dead of night, until the morning light comes. many lifetimes is it that we've been together? Well, the very first words from your lips to my ears. Forever, forever is near. Forever, you're my forever, my dear. All right, y'all. So, this is one of those moments where I just didn't realize how many songs I actually have. So, we will continue this at some point. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. If y'all want, hi Samantha, hi Indira. What's up? Of course. Y'all let me know what you want to do tomorrow. If you know, whenever you want to hear originals, I can mix it up, do the magic, But anyway, I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. 'Cause it seems as soon as we get up and going, comes the time we have to say, well, I'll be back. Thank you. When the day is through, and I'll have lots of songs and stories and talking for you, and you'll have things you'll want to talk about. I will too. What's up, Val? Oh yes, and Roberta Flack. You know what? So maybe tomorrow I'll do some of my favorite women writers and me. Thanks, Eric. So I'll see you all tomorrow, right? Good evening. Thanks, Robert. Thank you. For all of you who were there that first time when I sang Piano Man in the gym on a Saturday, and you got us feeling alright, and now you're back. I love y'all too. This is so delightful. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all friend each other and be in touch. Hey, Valerie, what's up, girl? Penny, come tomorrow. We're going to start with that, okay? I'm going to write it down right now. Mixtape. Yes, this is my jukebox mixtape. That's what this is. I love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.